One of the newer Premiership referees, is the man in charge tonight. I have to say the conditions are going to be extremely difficult. We had torrential rain from about 2 hours before kick-off, and it is still falling heavily. And as you will know, no doubt, Manchester United have had a lot of problems with their pitch here this season. And I can see already, just from the players warming up on it, the surface is cutting up as Charlton Athletic get the game underway, with the tannoy announcer still naming tonight's lineups. The presentation to Eric Cantona, putting things slightly behind schedule. There's Paul Scholes for United, and the skipper Keane. The layoff by Nicky Butt. And playing on the right-hand side is Dennis Irwin. Scholes miscontrols it. Jensen with the ball back. The long pass forward to Bartlett, who's a great header of the ball, as he's proved so often this season, and showed he has no mean control on the chest there. United straight on the attack again, with Nicky Butt leading it. Ryan Giggs yet to get his first touch out on the left. We'll have to wait a little longer as it goes infield to Cole, and now Yorke, and on to Nicky Butt. First chance for Nicky Butt, over the goalkeeper, and Dwight Yorke almost squeezed it in on the far post. United start, no doubt, as they mean to continue here. They're very, very anxious to clinch the points, to make them champions as soon as they can. And this almost produced the opening goal inside the opening minute. 9 goals so far this season, Dwight Yorke. He was top scorer here last season with 23, and he's averaged a goal every 2 games in his time at Old Trafford. Ilić keeping goal these days for Charlton in the absence of the injured Dean Kiley. Over the head of Bartlett, who fell awkwardly. This is Stuart, who captains Charlton this evening. Scott Parker, young man making a name for himself these days, but he gave it away on that occasion to Wes Brown. And as you can see, already great divots being kicked out of the pitch. Used to rain in Manchester, but even by Manchester standards this winter has been unbelievably saturated. And Curbishley now 10 seasons in charge of Charlton Athletic. What a wonderful job he's done. They're aiming for their highest league position for 50 years. They're coming to tonight's game 9th with 45 points. 31 games. And as I mentioned, they've only managed 36 points in the whole of their previous season. There's a problem here for the referee. I think this is the device that they use to get a signal from their linesman, but obviously because of the wet conditions it slipped down Mr. Halsey's arm and he's decided to dispense with it. The idea is that if the linesman spots something the referee hasn't seen, he'll press this little button and a beeper sets off on that piece of equipment that is now back on the bench. So I hope nothing untoward goes on out of Mr. Halsey's eye line. And the name of Cantona being chanted at Manchester United. First time I've heard that for a while. First visit he's made for a long time. Now earning his living as an actor. England's new left-back, Chris Powell, with the throw, although he's been supplanted in that role from Ashley Cole, a young Arsenal player. Nicky Butt's clearance. And Gary Neville gets his foot right through the ball. Rufus in, ahead of Andy Cole. Richard Rufus disappointed himself not to make the last England squad. A lot of people feel that he's not far away from international honours now, a player in his 8th season with Charlton. Trying to force the throw. Giggs came to dispossess him. And once again, Rufus sliding in on Andy Cole. The conditions are going to get more and more difficult because the rain doesn't look as though it's going to relent. Be particularly hard for goalkeepers, I would think, tonight. Handling the ball on such a greasy surface is a nightmare, really, for the man keeping goal, Ilić and Barthez. Not so easy underfoot for the keepers either. Ilić with a rather nervy clearance. Straight to Nicky Butt. Gets it back from Scholes. And now Keane. This is Irwin. He sees the opportunity to move inside. Couldn't pick out Cole. Gets another chance though. Keane wanted the ball on the edge of the box. Now he gets it. And back to Yorke. Keane again, the United skipper, of course. The return ball by Nicky Butt was a superb one, and the ball across the box was so inviting. Scholes could have get there on the near post, Cole on the far post, and the danger hasn't gone yet. It has now. Wonderful movement again by Manchester United. Paul Scholes only a couple of feet away from making the telling contact here. A couple of inches, in fact, when you see it back again. Ryan Giggs with the corner. Keane. No Yapstam to aim at. He's injured at the moment. Wes Brown and Gary Neville at the heart of Manchester United's defence tonight. Irwin back with the cover. United have a 13-point lead over Arsenal, and they need 3 wins to be crowned as champions. 7 league matches remaining after tonight. The ball over the top was a good one, but the referee has decided that Johansson, who's leading scorer for Charlton, was offside. Scott Parker, a spiky player in the middle of the field. He's had a lot of disciplinary problems this season, but a very good prospect. Irwin, he's played now over 500 games for Manchester United. Just a bit too strong, that ball for Cole. Cole, who recorded his first ever goal for England in the recent international in Albania, his 13th appearance for his country. Contact this time by Ilić. Irwin wins the header. Keane, Gary Neville, Silvestre, the young Frenchman, quickly closed down by Kishishev, the Bulgarian international. But United so confident on the ball, weaving patterns with accuracy and precision, even on a difficult surface like this. Another lovely ball, but to Keane, on again to Irwin. Cole's made a run to the near post. It was a good tackle by Powell, and it had to be. Another United corner. Pace, running off the ball, movement, everything you'd wish to see from a world-class team. Neville provides another option with the cross to the far post, easily cleared. The other side of Manchester United's game with that thumping challenge from Wes Brown, because they are very, very competitive as well. Clumsy tackle really by a young man who had a long time out of the game, 16 months, suffering from a cruciate knee injury. Bartlett, the man for Manchester United to keep an eye on, but Charlton have gone short with the free kick, surprisingly. Well, they can't find an outlet at the moment, Charlton. Now Rufus plays it left to Powell. Good way off to Jensen. Stuart takes over, and then the ball on the pitch conspired to deceive him. Keane, challenged by Bartlett. Parker. Lovely skill by Jensen, and a very good ball as well. Again, it's picked up pace, but Mark Fish just keeps it in. Passing's got to be very accurate tonight. That ball from Jensen was probably not the best option. Pretty obvious from where I'm sitting that Kishishev was going to stray offside, and that indeed he did. It's his first season in English football. Radostin Kishishev, who played for Bulgaria in both the World Cup and European Championships. so far. Situation he normally doesn't like. He likes to be active, the French goalkeeper, and usually improvises if he hasn't got much goalkeeping work to do. The odd foray or so outside his own penalty area. Ilić is a bit more reliable than that. There's Cole, on to Yorke, Giggs down the left. Take on the South African international Barthez. He's unlucky that the ball hit him on the heel. But determined enough to try and win it back. Another foul on Kishishev, who's been in the wars a little bit in the last few minutes. 11 men forward here, Charlton, and rewarded with their first corner of the game. Good run down that right-hand side by Johansson. Charlton's first corner kick. First opportunity for Rufus to get into the opposition penalty box. Big, strong player being closely marked by Silvestre. Barthez came into the crowd and lost it. And got lucky, really, that it dropped to Nicky Butt and not to a Charlton player. But United break so quickly in these situations. There'll be a threat at the other end now. Neville. Two men over on the far post. It went for Dwight Yorke. Had he left it, ironically, I think Andy Cole was probably in a better position, but he wasn't to know that. Just keep an eye here as Neville crosses the ball, not on Dwight Yorke, who made the header, but on the man beyond him, Andy Cole, who was unmarked. They actually had two men over there because Charlton had committed so many players forward for their own corner, not surprisingly. But Manchester United are lightning quick on the counter-attack. Johansson's layoff. Looks for the return ball, charged out by Silvestre. Keane. Back again to the Frenchman. Roy Keane, the captain, takes over. Here's Keane. Scholes lay off. Dwight Yorke takes it on. Nicky Butt. Scholes. Lovely football again from United. Finally Stuart with the interception, and they just can't get it back at the moment, Charlton Athletic. Silvestre, good tackle though by Kishishev. A lot of football in England tonight, and in another Premiership fixture, Tottenham Hotspur, beaten FA Cup semi-finalists on Sunday, have taken the lead against Bradford City, 1-0 as Giggs finds a way through here, tried to set it up for Andy Cole unselfishly. Stefan Everson incidentally got the Spurs goal there against Bradford, who looked doomed. Now the referee has a decision to make and has decided to wave play on. Nicky Butt believing he should have had a free kick. Was there a trip? No, I think the referee probably got that right. There's Irwin. Here's Giggs. Well played, Giggs. 3 near the penalty spot, await the cross, and the keeper did well. As I said earlier, these are nightmare conditions for goalkeepers. So easy for the ball to slip out. But Ilić was confident in his own ability to get there and hang on when he'd done that. And he did. Giant of a keeper. Jensen on to Parker. Interception by Silvestre. Irwin. Neville under pressure from Klaus Jensen. Gives Barthez something to do. A little flick on from Dwight Yorke. I think it came off the shoulder of Todd. A risky mistake there made by Powell. Dwight Yorke accepts the gift. Here's Keane. Scholes. Irwin takes over. patient football by Manchester United. Gary Neville sees an opening and goes for it. Well worth driving it across in these conditions, and he's earned his team a corner. Not exactly a renowned goal scorer, of course, Gary Neville, only a couple in 250 odd appearances for Manchester United. But that shot could have led to a deflection, it could have produced a goal, and might still from the corner. Neville's there again. Good ball in, and that effort by Silvestre was very close. Inventive play by the young French defender. Ball came to him at a difficult angle. Scored his first ever United goal recently against Leicester City. Alex Ferguson's 15th season this at Manchester United, and he's about to collect his 15th major trophy. Not a bad ratio, eh? Of course, the problem for Manchester United is now in the Champions League after their 1-0 defeat here against Bayern Munich. And that was the real target for United this season. Everyone expected them to win the championship anyway. Here goes Dwight Yorke. Great run, good shot, deflection. Goalkeeper is keeping Charlton in it in the opening minutes here. That was a good save. Made even harder for him by the deflection off his own defender, Rufus. Another United corner, another threat to Charlton. Giggs drives it in. Another ball by Nicky Butt, could have deflected anywhere. It's gone out again to Ryan Giggs. The queuing up here for the cross, it wasn't the best in the end. And then a foul by Giggs on Stuart relieves the pressure. Only missed one winning game this season, Graham Stuart. That was recently against Leeds because of a back injury. Silvestre. It was cover on by Wes Brown, who was then fouled.
Attention please, this is a message for Jensen from Ramsgate. Jensen from Ramsgate.
They lost recently in the league as well as in Europe, Manchester United at Anfield against Liverpool, their arch enemy. Their first defeat in 11 games since West Ham won here at Old Trafford in an FA Cup tie. Good play, great ball, Yorke to Irwin. Cole is on the far post. Rufus did enough, really. And Kishishev keeping it in play. Well, this is the problem for so many visiting teams, that you get so many men behind the ball to resist United, but when it comes out again, it goes straight back to a Manchester United player, and the pressure continues. It's exactly what's been happening here in the opening minutes. Lovely ball for Keane. Well, it was a great ball driven in. He couldn't have done any better, Roy Keane. There were so many bodies in the way. Mark Fish, I think, got the final contact. Yet another Manchester United corner. Can Charlton hold out against this kind of pressure? 18 minutes gone, they've barely crossed the halfway line. Silvestre together, edge of the 6-yard box. Cole and Yorke beyond them, and it was Yorke who came to meet it. Once again, Ilić doing a good job there for Charlton, and you get the feeling the goalkeeper's going to be pretty busy tonight. Now by Ryan Giggs. Stuart in the walls a little bit. Anxious, as you might expect. The teams fought out a very exciting 3-3 draw when they met at Charlton's Valley Ground back in December. Manchester United trailed 1-0 in that game, and then at one stage actually led 3-1 before Charlton got a couple of late goals to make it 3-3. Same kind of entertainment tonight would be most welcome. Parker. Fish. And we'll leave it to Todd, who got caught in possession by Dwight Yorke and could pay for that. Andy Cole. Still, inevitably, they've got men over. One of them is Giggs on the left. 4 go into the near post to meet it. And would you believe he hits it to the far post? Not like him. His crossing is normally pinpoint. Well, we've had 20 minutes of incessant pressure by the home team. And the only surprise really is that they haven't had a goal. Yards and another throw. Powell incidentally became the first Charlton player to play for England for some 37 years when he won his first cap against Spain a few weeks ago. Stuart on to Parker. Oh, he's done well here, the youngster. He's done brilliantly. Keeps going as well. Sets it up for Svensson. It wouldn't sit down for him. It might for Jensen, but it never came to a shooting opportunity because Dennis Irwin was determined that it wouldn't. Well, how ironic would that have been from Charlton's first meaningful attack? They might have taken the lead. Still might, but not now. As United regain possession and as before, hit Charlton swiftly on the break. Keane. Cole makes a diagonal run. This is Dwight Yorke. Needs help. It arrives from Nicky Butt. That's a poor effort really by the England international. But moments earlier, Charlton, thanks really to Scott Parker, carved out a real opening. Johansson involved. As Jensen almost got a shot in, but it was Parker here who slipped between 2 defenders. Delayed his pass. Johansson delayed his as well. And finally, Manchester United scrambled it clear. But this young man, as I mentioned earlier, is an outstanding prospect and a lot of people rate him very highly. United have started as though they mean business tonight after those 2 successive defeats in the Premiership and the Champions League. They don't want to suffer the indignity of a 3rd successive reversal, something that has very rarely happened to them in recent years. Here's Parker, and now Powell. That near miss will encourage Charlton, but Stuart here is offside. Coaster ride for Charlton fans in recent years. In the previous 3 seasons they were promoted, relegated and promoted again. They're in no danger of going down this time, but they're in danger of conceding a goal here. And Ilić, for the umpteenth time already, to Charlton's rescue. And then a challenge by Scholes, clattered him into Parker. Stuart, Parker's there again, and another back tackle by Nicky Butt. That's naughty. That deserves a yellow card. They seem to have decided that Parker will be the target. He's, as I mentioned before, quite a fiery little fella himself, Parker. And maybe they think if they can rattle him, he'll retaliate. And instead of that, it's Manchester United's Nicky Butt who gets the yellow card, and he can have absolutely no complaints about that. It's a bad challenge. Todd with a free kick. Over the head of Brown. Bartlett couldn't reach the loose ball. Parker did, though. He's looked Charlton's liveliest player early on here. Goes back to Kishishev. Useful cross, but Roy Keane in the right place. Here's Jensen. There's a good tackle by Silvestre on Johansson. Jensen again. Kishishev. Once more to the Danish international who dwelt on the ball, and that was enough for Silvestre. A big favourite with Sir Alex Ferguson. He picks him more than he leaves him out, and you can't say that of all United's players in their superstar squad. Scholes. Charlton backing away. What a glorious ball that was, and great defending by Todd. That interception was absolutely top draw to stop Nicky Butt in his tracks. Now Silvestre's got to prove his pace and control again. Barthez took a risk, as he tends to. Manchester United, as they tend to, play themselves out of trouble. Giggs into Yorke. Silvestre sees an opening. The only thing that's been missing so far from Manchester United is the finishing. Everything else has been of the highest quality. Pretty much as you'd expect for a free-scoring team. Top goal scorers in the Premiership with 68 goals before tonight. 42 of them have come here at Old Trafford. Well, Manchester United, would you believe, this season have averaged almost 3 goals a game in the Premiership. Giggs winning it back. Parker. Kishishev. Fish. Scholes charging down the attempted ball by Parker. And Cole gets back and does his defensive duties. Here's Wes Brown. Keane. Brown helps it on to Nicky Butt. Irwin making the break down the right-hand side. He goes short instead to Dwight Yorke. Keane, good ball. Nicky Butt. Chance for a shot. Cole. Bartlett, he's got to try and keep the ball here, if only to give the rest of his teammates a break. They've been under incessant pressure. Jensen. Todd. Now Parker. Oh, it's another lovely run. Bartlett. Parker. Oh, that's cheeky, and it could be Barthez. That would have been one of the goals of the season had it gone in. Fantastic ability by young Scott Parker. Amazing, he could regain his footing and almost in an instant have the temerity and the skill to try that. Now he's been walloped again here, and I must admit I didn't see what happened off the ball. I wonder if the referee did. The play had gone on, and Parker suddenly fell poleaxed. Well, one way and another, Scott Parker is certainly having a significant part to play in this match. Let's have a look here if we can see what happened to him. Well, I think, to be fair, it was an accidental collision with Cole. Couldn't be helped there, and I think Parker will recover from that. He's a tough little fella, and also, as we saw a few seconds earlier, a very, very talented player as well. What a wonderful effort this was. Barthez was slightly off his line. He realised that, and he had the ability to try that cheeky lob. And with Barthez thinking he'd got things under control, he was wrong. The crossbar to his rescue. Well, to be fair to Charlton, even though Manchester United have had the lion's share of possession here, when they have got forward, they've looked extremely dangerous, Alan Curbishley's team. And he knows how important it is for those little half chances to go in against a team as good as United. demonstrating that it was an accident by dropping the ball rather than winning the free kick. And another goal at White Hart Lane. Glenn Hoddle's having his first match in charge of Tottenham, his first home match anyway, tonight. And Ian Jess has equalised there for Bradford. It's now Spurs 1, Bradford City 1. Stuart, Powell, straight onto the chest of Nicky Butt. Scholes, Yorke, good ball for Giggs. Another great effort. Well, Ilić is athletic as well as tall and strong. He had to be then to keep out this cheeky effort by Ryan Giggs. Now is it still 0-0 here? Maybe not now. Cole goes down, Yorke goes in, Ilić with a great save. The scramble sees Cole come out with the ball. Was there a hand used to keep it out? The home fans and some of the United players are convinced there was. Well, that's the original goalmouth scramble. And it still remains goalless, incredibly, at Old Trafford. Minutes gone. Still Manchester United 0, Charlton Athletic 0. Kishishev, that's a delightful little ball. Jonathan Johansson, the first time pass was intended for Bartlett. Jensen gets there and does really well. And the deflection takes it behind for a corner. It's a tremendous game, this. It's not giving us the goals as yet that the meeting at the Valley did, but it's certainly giving us plenty in terms of excitement and end-to-end football now. United have dominated, but Charlton consistently dangerous on the break. Minutes to half-time. Rufus coming to meet him. Barthez got there just ahead of him. And here go United on the counter again. Roy Keane in possession. Marcus tracked him all the way back. Good ball though from Neville. Shown inside by Stuart. And that was enough. Good tackle by the Charlton skipper. Now he can't get out. He's fouled by Scholes. And I think he was relieved that he was fouled. He was going nowhere really. Charlton's recent home defeat against Leeds ended a run of 10 games unbeaten for them. It's their best ever sequence, or was, in the top division for some 48 years. They really have settled tremendously back in the Premiership. Here's Jensen. Great effort. Oh, he really struck that well. Straight at Barthez as it happened. Hit with real power. Rufus. Clearance by Ilić wasn't very good. Went straight to Scholes. Todd slips in to win it back. And here's Parker. It's not a bad ball. Bartlett causing a problem for West Brom. Towering header away by Fish. Manchester United regain possession. Roy Keane. This is Yorke. Yorke again. That's a good ball for Keane. Scholes comes to the near post. He couldn't quite pick him out. He might a second attempt though. Another corner. Well, there have been so many chances created by both teams, to be fair, from open play. I wonder if a set piece like a corner is going to produce the opening goal. Giggs swings it in. Ilić, safe hands as ever. He's had an outstanding half. He's born in Australia, though he's actually a Yugoslav international, says Ilić. Here's Powell. Jensen. Stuart. Well played, Nicky Butt. Got a long way back. Giggs. Rising skills from Giggs. Kishishev, to be fair to him, is keeping going though. So is Giggs. Oh, great ball for Scholes. Still Scholes, wonderful skill. Well, that looked a very, very good claim for a penalty to me. Charlton players felt that Scholes had dived, and then he does dive. He dives into the next tackle. Oh, now there's the message for the referee. Let's have another look at this incident. Beautiful skill initially. Well, no, I think the referee got that right as well. I think he ran into and collided with Parker rather than being brought down by the Charlton man. Wasn't an easy one to judge that. Mr. Halsey did well. Keane. Cole. Oh, that's a lovely ball for Giggs. He was intended to go back to Cole. Mark Fisher's in the way. And Giggs wins it back. Cole! It's going to be one of those nights, isn't it? Unbelievable. It looked odds on that Andy Cole would score here. From inside the 6-yard box. He doesn't normally miss. Well, they have looked a potent attacking force without getting a goal tonight, Manchester United. Here's Yorke. Still going. Not a bad ball. Johansson chasing into the corner. Silvestre did really well though. Fish pumping it back in. Jensen beaten to it by Wes Brown. Given away then by Nicky Butt. The ball's really fizzing around here. The conditions are, in a way, helping rather than hindering. Helping the entertainment anyway. Here's Stuart. Powell in a great position down the left. Jensen. Just a bit too strong for Stuart. He's the only man who's played in every Premiership game for Charlton this season. Klaus Jensen, Danish international, will cost them, would you believe, 4 times their previous record fee when they signed him from Bolton Wanderers. It really has been a great story, Charlton. The club who were seemingly dead and buried. The ground closed down. They had to borrow other teams' homes just to keep going. When they came back, the Valley has now become a very, very neat and tidy new stadium. And the team is a credit to the club and have had a very good Premiership campaign. Here's Cole. Nicky Butt. Try again. Leaves it to Neville. Keane. Irwin. That's a challenge from behind. For me, that should have been a free kick. Rufus coming straight through the back of Dwight Yorke. I really don't know how Mr. Halsey got awarded a free kick then. Barthez is on walkabout again. Here's Keane. Dwight Yorke. Parker took it off him. He's been outstanding, this lad. Jensen. Kishishev. There's Bartlett. Tight. Bartlett's not happy. What he did, to be fair, kick the ball away. Well, it wasn't tight, it was onside. It was a mistake by the linesman. So just as well he didn't get a yellow card for kicking the ball away. That would have added insult to injury. Kishishev. Johansson, who spent most of his time out on that right flank rather than as a central striker. Rufus giving it away to Scholes. On to Giggs. Powell came in between the defenders and then a sliced clearance by Rufus, but it obviously hit the United man because the ref's given a goal kick. And a scintillating run by Ryan Giggs. And the referee got that right as well. To be fair, Mr. Halsey's had a good half. Silvestre. It's aimed at Dwight Yorke, who tries to get between the two defenders. This is Brown. Scholes. A bit heavy that layoff. Keane had to work hard to keep it in. Another challenge on Yorke, and then a bad one by Keane on Parker. Poor old Parker's been the object of some awful tackles. Here's Stuart meantime. Scott Parker has to sustain something like 3 or 4 really heavy challenges, one of which led to a yellow card for Nicky Butt. That could easily have done so for Roy Keane. Two minutes of the half remaining. Dwight Yorke in possession for Manchester United. Parker's tackle. Just get the feeling tonight with Scott Parker that something's going to happen with him. It's either going to be a goal, he's going to get sent off, or someone's going to get sent off for tackling him. It seems written in the stars somehow. He's going to play a significant part in this game. Stuart, Jensen, here is Parker. That's another bad tackle. The referee didn't think so. Giggs. Silvestre down the left. Going for handball, but Mr. Halsey not impressed again. With Kishishev. Johansson still down that right flank, which means really that only Bartlett is in the centre. He did well enough there, Johansson. His team a corner late in the half. Richard Rufus being closely marked by Wes Brown. Bartlett also a problem. Barthez made sure neither of them got there. Dwight Yorke's done well, and even better. got a long way to go, and he's only at the moment got Cole in support, although Giggs is thundering forward to join them. Here is Cole. Good tackle. And it's come back to him! What a great finish by Andy Cole! Seconds before half-time, Manchester United at long last get the breakthrough. Andy Cole's 14th goal of the season marks his return to the starting lineup after a 3-match Premiership suspension. He was persistent here, and ironically, the referee inadvertently played a part in the goal. Not very often you get a 1-2 off the officials. Cole stuck it away beautifully, and Charlton have justification in feeling aggrieved because they had really cleared the initial danger. Then when the ball deflected off Mr. Halsey, there was nothing they could do about it as Cole stuck the ball into the back of the net. We're into the 2 minutes of added time at the end of the first half, and Manchester United now lead by a goal to nil. And for all Charlton's wonderful efforts in this half, defensively and on the counter-attack, they find themselves in the position of so many other visitors to Old Trafford, a goal down. Kishishev with the through ball, Johansson's offside. Well, Curbishley came here with a well-constructed plan. The tactics had worked pretty well for 44 minutes and about 50 seconds. And then they were undone by that goal. And he's now obviously got to change things, and that will make his half-time team talk that bit more difficult. Andy Cole came close a couple of times, missed one from inside the 6-yard box, but was there when it mattered to strike a beautiful shot low into the bottom corner of the net to give Manchester United the lead. Before then, Charlton had several occasions on which to be grateful for the skills and bravery of their goalkeeper, Ilić, who was keeping Manchester United at bay almost single-handedly at times. At the other end of the field, Scott Parker, with a wonderful effort, smacked the Manchester United crossbar. He has been really in the thick of things in midfield. I don't think Charlton are out of this game yet by any means, but at half-time at the Theatre of Dreams, they find themselves 1 goal down. So we're all set to go then. Manchester United have won 13 of their previous 15 home games in the Premiership this season. Liverpool were the only team to win here, 1-0 in December. Chelsea were the only team to draw here, a 3-3 draw, in fact, earlier in the season, a tremendous game. Cole straight on the attack, Rufus straight on the defence. Both teams have changed into a new strip as a result of getting absolutely soaked and muddied, of course, in that first half. I told you of the Tottenham-Bradford game, which is 1-1 at the moment. There's a more important game going on, very much having an effect on the Champions League places at the top of the Premiership. And at Portman Road, Liverpool have just taken the lead against Ipswich. Emil Heskey, the scorer. It's Ipswich 0, Liverpool 1 early in the second half there. Giggs finds Scholes, who's found space, and on it goes to Cole. Well, great run by Cole. Oh, the shot wasn't quite as impressive. It was certainly hit powerfully, but inaccurately into the strike for them. Rufus by surprise with his pace and directness here, Andy Cole. Here, the statistics tell you that Manchester United have conceded only 7 goals at home this season in 15 league games, and 3 of those came in one match, the 3-3 draw against Chelsea back in September that I mentioned. There's Kishishev. That's not a bad ball for Bartlett. Oh, Gary Neville did well. That was an important interception. Irwin's clearance is a beauty, brought down instantly by Yorke. United playing their free-flowing football again already here in the second half, but Todd with a good tackle. Jensen. Parker. What a good game he's had. Stuart. Ahead of Kishishev. Oof, there was either a misunderstanding or another flash of overconfidence there by Barthez, because Johansson almost came between him and the defender. Look at Giggs go at the other end. What a run by Ryan Giggs. And he played it in behind Cole and too far ahead of Scholes. Jensen. All over the top for Johansson. And Silvestre again has given his goalkeeper some work to do. Scholes. And Nico. Silvestre. Great run by Nicky Budd. And it deflected off him for a Charlton goal kick. Important person visiting Old Trafford tonight, Eric Cantona, who received the presentation before kick-off. The readers of Manchester United's official magazine voting him officially the greatest United player ever. And when you think of some of the players that have appeared in the red and white of United down the years, what a compliment that is. Quite a few of this present team included. David Beckham certainly is in that top 10. The likes of Bobby Charlton, Dennis Law, Peter Schmeichel. But according to the fans, he was the best, Eric Cantona. Here's Parker. Fish hesitated. Johansson back again to the South African defender, who made a bit of a mess of the final ball. Bolton Wanderers, not far from here, 6 months ago now, Mark Fish, his 4th season in English football. Stuart. There's much to admire about this Charlton team. They pass the ball well, a lot of movement, they're a very positive side. There's Parker. Jensen. Stuart. Sets it up for Powell's cross. Big booming effort towards Bartlett. Barthez did well and then dropped it. He's an absolute entertainer, this fella, isn't he? He does nothing in an orthodox way, including that throw, which was brilliant. It's flying forward again. Kohler marked on the far post, and he almost picked him out. That all stemmed from a mistake by their goalkeeper, and within seconds they almost got a goal at the other end. Typified Manchester United, that move. I think he just gets bored, Barthez, when there isn't a lot to do, and he thinks, well, you know, every goalkeeper just kicks it upfield. I'll do something a bit different. Here's Irwin. Ball down the line for Nicky Budd. Yorke comes to meet it, near post. He's done brilliantly here. Was it forced in? No, off the line. Back to Scholes and now to Keane. Completely mishit it. Charlton came very close then to conceding a second, and their goalkeeper hurt himself in the scramble as well. He's gone down injured, Ilić. Wonderful play again by Manchester United, so inventive. The ball into the box, bravery by Ilić, who seemed to get a boot on the head in the midst of all that. Probably see better from this angle how he hurt himself here. But certainly they had cause to be grateful to Mark Fish for the clearance on the line. It was his own player, by the looks of it, Richard Rufus, who hurt him. And remember, their #1 choice goalkeeper, Dean Kiley, has been out for the last 7-8 games now with a groin injury, which only came into the team because of Kiley's injury. Now he's been injured by his own player. And they've got a relatively inexperienced substitute keeper on the bench in Tony Craig, certainly inexperienced at this level anyway. anxious to get Ilić fit again, and it looks as though he is. The main thing was there for Charlton that they didn't concede again. Well, Ilić's bootlaces come undone now, and they've got those goalkeeping gloves on. It's not easy. By Bartlett. A quiet game, really. But maybe that's been Charlton's problem. Bartlett and Johansson just haven't seen enough of the ball in the final third of the field. Although Charlton's build-up players are admirable at times. Parker. Fish. Back by Silvestre. And it's obviously the crucial period this game now for Charlton. If they had it gone 2 down a few moments ago, I couldn't frankly have seen them coming back from that, but at 1-0, hope still springs eternal for them. Here's Dwight Yorke. Now Nicky Butt. Irwin. Neville. Good ball for Cole. Goal kick. Another massive attendance at Old Trafford. Over 67,500. Here's Dwight Yorke. The layoff to Scholes was a bit short, and Stuart read it well. Charlton don't have a very impressive away record this season. 34 of their 45 points are coming home games away from home. Kinsell's team have only won twice in 15 matches on the road. Drawn 5 and lost 8. Their only wins at Newcastle and ironically at Manchester City. Silvestre. Time for Rufus. The clearance straight back to United's Wes Brown. Neville. Keane. Good ball for Scholes. Gets it back again, Roy Keane. Strong. Great run. Well, they rode their luck then, Charlton. That would have been some goal. The build-up was absolutely precise. Nothing wrong with the shot either. Most of those hit the foot of the post and go in. This one didn't. And it was a great hand by Ilić that pushed it onto the post. Otherwise, I'm certain it would have gone in. And Roy Keane would have been celebrating his 3rd goal in the last 7 games. What a hero he's been. Well, it was Ilić's bravery and then his goalkeeping skills that have twice denied Manchester United in the space of a few minutes. That was a tremendous hand to stop a shot that was bound for the net. Giggs works hard as ever to come and win it back for United. It's fired up the crowd now, those 2 near misses. Irwin, Keane. Nicky Butt. Irwin finds Scholes this time. Great effort! That was hit with such power that it A, caught him by surprise, Ilić, and B, was literally too hot to handle. This was a stinging shot by Paul Scholes. He did well to get anything on that, Ilić. The red hordes come sweeping forward again. little scramble in the middle of the penalty area here for the corner. And Ilić equal to it again, but it's been scrambled out once more, and it's another corner. Good atmosphere at Old Trafford as United threaten a second. But not this time, not yet anyway. Irwin pumping it back in again. Whereas Brown is the one who made contact in that crowd of players, and he wasn't far off target here. Wonderful ball back in by Irwin. Powell, 13 minutes into the second half. United lead 1 there, it could so easily have been 2. Kishishev couldn't reach it, Silvestre did. Charlton about to make a double substitution here, and they're going to bring on 2 of their international replacements in the Republic of Ireland player Mark Kinsella, who's number 8 on the right of the picture, and the Welsh international John Robinson. First of those coming off is going to be Stuart. Stuart, former Chelsea and Everton man, will make way, and will have to hand the captain's armband on to someone else. And then the other player who's coming off is Jensen. So Robinson, who can play down either flank and scored in the 3-0 draw against Manchester United in December, comes on, and Kinsella, who used to be a regular until a knee injury which kept him out for a few weeks, and he's been unable to regain his place since, and now he's got a chance. Two in the middle here, including Bartlett, so that was an important header to win for Wes Brown. Charlton's first corner in the second half, and they make it count. Look out for Todd. Rufus is the obvious target, but Todd scored in the previous game against Leicester, his first ever goal by getting into the crowd there. Not this time though, the corner was a little too strongly. Parker accelerates, Keane followed him in. And that tangle results in a Manchester United throw. He's sparked off a few confrontations tonight, Parker. Was strong there, an injury. Todd has gone down and stayed down. There's been an equaliser for Ipswich at Portman Road, I hear. Alan Armstrong, the player who got the goal from the Middlesbrough striker, has made it Ipswich 1, Liverpool 1. Emile Heskey have given Liverpool the lead. And Spurs have now regained the lead against Bradford. Simon Davis, former Peterborough striker, has made it Tottenham 2, Bradford 1. Powell for Charlton, still 1 down. Now over an hour of the game completed. Kinsella. Kishishev couldn't force it back to him. Still going strong there, Kishishev. And they've committed a lot of men forward here, Charlton. They're really going for this equaliser, and that means they're stretched to the back, and Andy Cole is defied by Todd, who defended brilliantly then. There's Kinsella again, he uses the ball so well. Mark Fish pushing on now down the right. Finds Johansson, on to Parker. Johansson again. Danger here for Manchester United. It's a goal. Mark Fish equalises for Charlton. 17 minutes into the second half. An unlikely goal scorer, but there was nothing unlikely about the man at the heart of the build-up. It was Scott Parker, who's had an excellent game. And Fish committed himself, kept going, and gets the dividends. Johansson's ball caused all kinds of problems for Gary Neville. Mark Fish simply did what good strikers normally do, and that's follow the ball in and not give up. His first ever goal for Charlton, and what a place to score it at Old Trafford. And that's put a different complexion on things. And Charlton believe they can do even better. Bartlett, Kinsella, little nudge there, and it was spotted by the referee. Paul Scholes, Dwight Yorke, dispossessed. They're up for this now, Charlton. The two substitutions have had the desired effect. It's lifted them, and the goal really has lifted them. Time for a winning goal here, that's for sure. I wouldn't at the moment like to forecast who's likely to get it though, because Charlton have threatened all night, even though Manchester United have had much more of the possession and of course more of the chances. And you get defining moments in games, don't you? And the two saves really by Ilić that prevented Manchester United going 2-0 up might well have turned the game in Charlton's favour. He was a distant spectator when Mark Fish equalised, but he played his part before that, and how. There's Cole. Ryan Giggs down the left. 3 in the box for United here. One of them was Paul Scholes. Rufus just got caught as he played the clearance away to Silvestre. Keane. Irwin leaves it to Gary Neville. Aimed at Cole, and Rufus needed to get there ahead of him. Neville. Remember, Manchester United have averaged 3 goals a game at home in the Premiership this season, so there's plenty of potential for them to get back in front here. They can get goals from all angles, from all positions. Here's Dwight Yorke, Paul Scholes. Neville takes over and swings it in towards Andy Cole, but in the end, it turned out to be a great effort. I'm sure it wasn't intended. He shakes his head in dismay at being denied what's a very rare goal-scoring opportunity. It might have been a fluke, but it almost regained the lead for Manchester United. Rufus clears the corner. There have been so many near things tonight. Woodwork, goalkeepers, people blocking the ball, penalty appeals. An eventful game. Parker. Trying to slow things down here, Charlton, and most importantly, keep possession now. Powell does just that. Ilić with a long clearance. Silvestre. Irwin. And now Nicky Scholes takes it on. Dwight Yorke, good challenge by Rufus. Parker. Kishishev. The long ball for Bartlett. Johansson's up there with him, and it was misjudged by Neville. Fortunately for United, not by Barthez. Silvestre. Here's Keane. And the French defender keeps going forward. Chance to hit it. Pulls it back to Scholes, who scuffed it. Normally scores in those positions, doesn't he? Lightning break there by Manchester United, but he hit it into the ground, Paul Scholes, and that's not able Ilić to make what in the end was a comfortable save to deny false goals. What would have been his 11th goal of the season. Well, Charlton are going to make a further change. Their third and final substitute is a youngster called Konchesky. I suspect this is to replace Todd, Andy Todd. He looks a bit surprised, but he got a knock a little earlier. I think he's now indicating to the bench that he's all right, that he can continue. But clearly, they don't think he can. Now, the other players are signalling to Curbishley, no, he's all right. Todd did get a knock, he went down. He must have indicated to the bench that he needed to come off. You don't often see that kind of confusion. But he's then signalled that he's all right. So Konchesky, who was about to come on, can go back and join his manager and his assistant manager for the moment anyway. I said it's been an eventful night. You don't see that kind of thing too often. Here's Giggs. Oh, brilliant. Kishishev for dead. Good tackle out by Mark Fish, the Charlton goal scorer. His first goal for something like 2 years. It's that long since he scored for his previous club, Bolton. Butt, false goals. Butt takes over again. They're working so hard here, these Charlton players, to deny opportunities. Was that a handball? The linesman's given it. The referee hadn't. Has clearly gone with his assistant over there because he has reversed, if you like, his original decision. He wasn't going to give it. He started running up the field. Now saw the linesman's flag. Now Charlton have got to face a free kick in a dangerous position. They'll be glad that David Beckham's only on the bench. So it was a little harsh, really, when you see it back there. It was struck straight at Robinson from close range. I'm not sure there was a great deal he could have done about it. This leads to a goal. Charlton won't be at all happy. The referee played a part in Manchester United's first goal. They won't want him to play a part in their second. Thumps it in. Well, Ilić got a hand to that, and I don't know how he did it. He's injured again, the Charlton goalkeeper. He is brave, he is big, he is strong, he is agile, and he has had an excellent night. Took it literally off the head there of, I think it was Silvestre. 20 minutes to go, 1-1 at Old Trafford. Rufus gets it clear. We've got to work hard to get anything here. Remember, only Liverpool have won here, only Chelsea have drawn here this season in the league. Charlton have worked hard. Giggs. It's a free kick. It's indirect for obstruction, although it's pretty immaterial. I don't think anyone can score from that angle anyway. What they can do here is hand the ball up into a dangerous position. Giggs meat in the sandwich. Keane and Giggs, the two players over the ball, all kinds of jostling for position going on in the middle. That was a committed header by Nicky Butt. And the referee's given a corner. Charlton are not at all happy with Mr. House at the moment. I don't know if we can see here exactly why it's a corner. I have no idea. That seems to be a direct header by Nicky Butt to me. Ilić came and didn't get it this time. Robinson. Clearance by Kishishev into a half deserted of Charlton players. Oh, they're pushing them forward now. Mark Fish, the goal scorer, got furthest forward again for them. Irwin. 18 minutes remaining at Old Trafford. Manchester United needing 3 wins to be crowned certain champions, irrespective of the results of their rivals. Find themselves having to work hard for the first 3 points of those 9. And Charlton's got a free kick here. Looks like Konchesky's going to get on after all, but I wonder who for. He's had one false start from the bench. He's going to finally get on here for Konchesky, but it's not Todd whose place he's going to take, it's Kishishev. Konchesky just 19, he's made 20-odd appearances this season, and at one stage, in fact, he was keeping out the England international Chris Powell from the left-back position. It's over there, he's gone. Which will mean a swap around for Robinson, who'll come over to the right-hand side, and Fish now has gone back to the centre-back role. Oh, a mistake here could cost Johansson. Well, he couldn't quite get the cross he was looking for there to pick out Bartlett, but Silvestre is a very relieved player. Here's Scholes. On to Yorke. Giggs takes it on. Here's Silvestre. Cole. Yorke I meant to say. Cole is inside the penalty area. Here's Neville. Keane out on the right flank. Irwin in support. The ball into the box for Andy Cole, who laid it off beautifully, but there was no colleague close enough. Here's Bartlett now for Charlton, who are really making a game of this. You've got to be full of admiration for the way Charlton have defended tonight and taken their opportunities to counter-attack. Powell. You can't afford to give it away too much here. Good ball for Paul Scholes, on to Roy Keane, but still running. Giggs hasn't stopped. That's his weaker foot, and I think Charlton are grateful for that. If he'd got that on his left, they might have been in trouble. Like there's going to be a change eventually, but not sure Sir Alex is ready to bring Teddy Sheringham on just yet. And first they've got some defending to do. Robinson. And Stuart. Johansson. Robinson. Kinsella beats his Republic of Ireland teammate Roy Keane, but the United skipper back there to win it back again. Giggs. Here's Irwin. Giggs now switching to the right. He doesn't tend to be quite so effective, but what a ball that was to Irwin. And Scholes! For the second time in the half, Manchester United find the post defying them. And this time, Ilić had nothing to do with it, because he was comprehensively beaten. I know this sounds strange, but that was a beautifully struck shot by Paul Scholes. And another couple of inches there, he would have been celebrating a goal. Charlton have had a little bit of luck on their side, which you need when you come to Old Trafford, and they're holding on for a point at the moment. Johansson's header. Robinson didn't have the pace to get there. And a little over 13 minutes to go. So Alex Ferguson is going to make a double change here and bring on his other strike force, shall we call them, in Teddy Sheringham and Solskjær. Yorke is certainly going off. We'll wait to see whether Andy Cole is going to be the other. In fact, it's Nicky Butt. So the leading goal scorer, Teddy Sheringham, who's scored 20 times this season, comes on alongside Ole Gunnar Solskjær, who has 13 goals. Can they conjure up just one between them to give United the lead again here late on? Or can Charlton get one themselves? Hard to predict how this game's going to finish. Kinsella to Parker. A quieter second half for him than his first, but he performed so well. Dispossessed there by Silvestre. You can't get caught like that against this team. Here's Giggs. Flying forward, played it in though behind Teddy Sheringham. Two other threats to worry about now for Charlton. And here's one of them, Sheringham. Solskjær, the other. Incidentally, the crucial match at the top of the division tonight finished Ipswich Town 1, Liverpool 1. And Tottenham Hotspur have beaten Bradford by 2 goals to 1. So that just about, I would think, clinches Bradford's relegation and gives Neville a winning start in the Premiership. Oh, what a run by Silvestre. He went past 3 men as though they didn't exist. Kinsella with the ball. Not the right ball as it happens. So United have another chance to get it forward. 12 minutes to go. Manchester United 1, Charlton Athletic 1. There's Irwin. Sheringham. United masters at late goals. Are they going to get another one here? And that is another challenge on Parker by Cole, and a retaliatory challenge. Keane goes in, Konchesky hard, and the referee's given a free kick to United. Cole keeps his cool. Parker lost his momentarily. Giggs, the player over the ball, and almost every other United player is in the penalty area. Giggs lifts it in, and a header by Neville, away by Rufus. Neville's up there again, cleared as far as Scholes. Well, he's done just about everything but score tonight, Paul Scholes. Hit the post, produced a couple of good saves from the goalkeeper, and this one just over. 10 minutes remaining. This wasn't in the script. The first of 3 successive home games for Manchester United, which they were hoping would bring them the 9 points they need to become champions. Though, of course, if others falter, they could get there anyway, as Giggs drives it in! Oh, that was a near miss by Andy Cole. That had half the ground on their feet, thinking it had gone in. Some of Manchester United's attacking play tonight has been absolutely magnificent. And that was another wonderful ball by Giggs, who's been so effective throughout. And it just scraped the side netting, this shot. If they can hold on and get a point here, Charlton will celebrate it like a victory. And let's face it, a draw at Old Trafford is like a victory. Here's Sheringham. Solskjær. Danger here for Charlton, but the ball is sloppy. Giggs wins it back. He's been wonderful tonight. Scholes. Had to play that in first time and then enable Fish to get it clear eventually. The Old Trafford roar. Wes Brown. And this is Irwin. It's come through. He's done it again. Sheringham. On to Solskjær, and Manchester United get another goal. Well, when they brought those two players on. You sense they'd play a significant part, and so they have. Those two are just remarkable. There was that dramatic night in Barcelona when they won the Champions League, and they had such an important part to play in turning defeat into victory, and it looks as though they've done the trick again tonight in turning what looked as though it was going to be a draw into a win. Once again, Manchester United get a late goal. Once again, it was the super subs who played such an important part. Solskjær the scorer, Scholes and Sheringham involved in the build-up, and Charlton have got to start all over again if they're going to rescue a point now. That was Ole Gunnar Solskjær's 14th goal of the season. One of the earlier ones was at the Valley in the 3-3 draw. And Sheringham and Scholes combine again. Keane, Sheringham, Irwin, Keane. A wonderful return ball that was, and it turned Manchester United a corner. He's back to Neville. There's 5, 6 United players in the penalty area here. Sheringham, oh, against the post! The third time in this half that Manchester United have struck the post. Well, let's face it, this could have been an absolute rout for United had it not been for Ilić and the woodwork. And immediately, Sheringham and Solskjær have made a very telling contribution. They've only been on for a few minutes. Solskjær's got a goal. Sheringham almost got a goal. Well, they do not know the meaning of defeat. It's not a word that figures very often in their vocabulary, but even when things are going against them, Manchester United don't lie down, they keep coming back and coming back, and Sir Alex Ferguson's team have done that again here tonight. And after 2 successive defeats against Liverpool and Bayern Munich, it looks as though they're back on the winning trail again. There's only 5 minutes remaining, and they're 2-1 up. Solskjær, Scholes, Keane, on to Silvestre, just coming at Charlton from all angles now. Well, that wasn't the best ball. Well, it's been a battling performance by Charlton, and one of no little skill either. They've certainly had their moments in this game, but let's be honest, on the balance of play, Manchester United thoroughly deserve the win that is surely coming their way here. Charlton have stuck at it. Looked as though they might get something when they got that goal, but when you consider all the chances that United have had tonight, you can't argue that they don't deserve the 3 points. You really can't. And in a few minutes' time, they're going to be just 6 points away from being mathematical champions, though in truth everyone knows that they are champions in all but name anyway. Quite incredibly, the statistics show that Manchester United tonight have had 28 goal attempts. There's many a game in the Premiership where if you add up the goal attempts of both teams, they don't come to 28. Well, just one team has had that many tonight. Solskjær on to Keane. It could be another goal on the way. Here's Sheringham. Lovely ball back to his partner in crime, but this time Ole Gunnar Solskjær can't find the net. So Alex Ferguson's use of substitutions is absolutely magic. They always seem to make a contribution, whoever he brings on. It's lovely, of course, to have 4 world-class strikers to rotate, but nonetheless, you've got to pick your moments to get them on the field. Neville's clearance. Solskjær beaten to it this time. Parker given away to Giggs. What a good tackle though. Did really well. Kinsella, but Keane did even better to come and win it back and plays it on to Cole. Still Andy Cole. Not now. Parker was holding him there. United have got it back anyway with Paul Scholes. Giggs. Keane. Once again, Paul Scholes, the layoff wasn't quite right this time. Can Charlton get something on the break? Kinsella. This is Johansson. Going to have some pace to get around this fella. He's very quick, Silvestre. Getting forward again, Kinsella to Johansson, who's onside. It's not a bad ball either, but Barthez came to claim it very impressively, considering he's had so little to do. We're into the final minute now at Old Trafford. Robinson, one back. Where's Brown? Space in the middle for Sheringham. Only stoppage time stands between Manchester United and 3 more points. And if they win, they will extend their lead over Arsenal to 16 points. Arsenal are across the city at Main Road for an away fixture against Manchester City tomorrow evening. Header. Lovely little ball back by Solskjær. Cole shakes off the challenge to keep possession. There will be 3 minutes of stoppage time. Manchester United have been very impressive indeed tonight. Their attacking football at times has been breathtaking, and it's needed a lot of luck on Charlton's part and a lot of good play as well, to be fair, to keep them down to 2 goals. Injury laid on here for Irwin, and this is how it happened. It was a rather clumsy challenge by the youngster Konchesky. Is struggling to continue here, and Konchesky cautioned, and I think deservedly so, for the challenge. Obviously, he won't take any risks this late in the game, and it looks as though he's got a bad injury there anyway, Irwin. So Phil Neville will come on in his place for stoppage time. His legs caught there between Konchesky's legs, and that will have hurt. Let's just hope it's no bad ligament damage. What a shame for Irwin. Stoppage time so late in the season to get a nasty knock like that. And they'll need him because there's a lot of games in a short space of time. of course, as ever, Sir Alex Ferguson has some very adequate replacements. Neville waiting to come on. An England international coming off the bench. He's a genuine guy, great professional. Let's hope that's not too bad. Irwin stretch it off to tremendous and sincere applause. So the 3 minutes that had been designated are obviously going to go beyond that now. Oh, didn't he do well to keep that in play there? Sheringham. Bartlett. Hard to guess how much time we've got left now. Not enough, you fear, if you're a Charlton fan. You never know. Keane. Wes Brown. Thousands have already left their seats at Old Trafford, anticipating a victory. All the signs are that they're right, as I've just said. Some strange things happen in football. And with still a couple of minutes to go, Charlton might produce a shot yet. Scholes, Keane, Sheringham, Keane. Bartlett coming to make life difficult for him. No risks by Barthez this time. And sensibly enough, Manchester United just trying to keep possession. Well, Irwin slipped there, Neville slipped and almost gave it away, but Charlton do have possession. They don't have much time, and they've got to do something quickly. It's Manchester United who go on to win this match by 2-1 to increase their lead over Arsenal to 16 points and to move now to within no more than 6 points of a third successive league title and a 7th championship in the 9 seasons the Premiership's been in existence, and of course they were runners-up on the other 2 occasions. Ole, son of Solskjær, as he's done so often down the years, came off the bench to get the goal. The double substitution of Solskjær and Sheringham had an immediate effect. Sheringham himself was unlucky enough to score when he hit the post. And how often did Manchester United do that in this second half? At least 3 times that I can recall. Charlton played bravely and played well. But like so many visitors to Old Trafford before them, despite the goal by Mark Fish, his first for his new club, they just couldn't survive the red onslaught. And Manchester United are edging ever closer now to another league title. Here at Old Trafford tonight, they have beaten Charlton Athletic by 2-1.